Welcome to Cruise Terminal 3 in Tampa, Florida. Hey everyone, I'm Patrick from Oakland Travel, and it's time to check in for the Serenade of the Seas. A very quick process, just barely over 2 minutes, and that includes this guy right here asking me the very same questions that the app asked me in terms of in the last 24 hours, have you felt sick, whatever. Felt a little strange that he's asking me the very same thing that the app asks before every cruise, but whatever. Didn't take long. Scanned the passports, as you can see he's kind of doing right here. Checked the picture. Of course, my wife's picture was fine, the one that we had uploaded, but mine, which was one of the professional photos taken during the Alaska cruise on the Ovation of the Seas from 2019, apparently didn't have enough of my face, and so he had to have me take my glasses off right here and get a photo of my face. But the entire process, very quick, very painless. Everything is great compared to what it used to be during the pandemic. Hopefully we never go back to that. We got to the terminal, the cruise port a little early. Everything was just snapping right along. They let us on board the ship. You'll see in the next vlog episode when we're actually boarding the ship, I checked my watch and we were actually setting foot on the ship at 11:15. And so the whole thing was just going really quickly, very smoothly. His part right here was done in about 2 minutes. And then he had us come over here and sit with a lot of the other passengers. Unfortunately, there's no getting around this. If you show up to the cruise terminal too early, usually they won't let you even start setting foot on board the ship until about 11, maybe 10:30 if they're running a little bit ahead. I have seen some people that have posted online where in the Royal Caribbean app, they were able to make an appointment for as early as a 10:30 to 11 a.m. check-in time, but I think that's actually in the terminal. I don't think they will physically let you on the ship until closer to 11, but we weren't sitting over here very long, and then all of a sudden it was like, okay, everybody, it's time to board. And so then, here's what we're doing here. You get one last check of the paperwork. You'll see here in a second as we get over to another set of people. All they have to do is essentially just kind of check the set sail pass, scan it one more time. What was really nice about this was they did away with the security officer on the ship scanning the paperwork in. And so right here in the terminal where the lady over here is going to check it one last time and scan it, that counts, I guess, as our scan to officially sort of board the ship. So this little line that you see right here, and you'll see them in a second when we get up, there's about 3 or 4 different ones that are checking the paperwork. When they scanned it, that was it. From that point on, we could just walk right onto the ship and, not have to be scanned once we got on the ship. So all in all, a very quick process, very painless, much better than the pandemic, because the cruises we went on in the second half of 2021 as part of the restart, and probably the first half of 2022, almost a full year's worth of cruising, where we went on the Scarlet Lady. We went on the Adventure of the Seas in August of 2021 in the Bahamas. Then we went on the Scarlet Lady in November of 2021. And then we went on the Mariner of the Seas in January of 2022 and the Harmony of the Seas in May of 2022. So 4 different cruises in the period of, basically a year, from the beginning of the restart all the way up until when you were kind of sort of out of the restart. We saw the pandemic protocols and the pandemic situation change, quite a bit. So this right here represents sort of the pre-pandemic, with the exception of having appointment times to get to the terminal. That is something they're still holding on to. Prior to the pandemic, there was no such thing. You just kind of just went in the morning. They would tell you that if you got there too early, you'd have to wait in the terminal, that kind of thing. We did that a couple of times because we got there too early. But yeah, the appointment times appear to be the only thing they're sticking with from the pandemic. But the rest of it is thankfully back to normal. So a very quick process. You see here, he scans her paperwork. He scans my paperwork. This counts as our onboard, officially joining the ship. And that's it. We're all set to cruise.
Thank you.